When I first kind of learned about Hispanic Heritage Month, I didn't feel like it belonged to me. And I only say that because the voices that were being amplified weren't people that looked like me. I grew up most of my life being told, no, you're not black, you're Dominican. And it's a very difficult, complex identity to have. When I was growing up in Washington Heights, most of the people around me were Dominican. We all kind of knew each other. But when I stepped out of New York City and moved into the deep South, Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, that is where I had to come to terms with the fact that the larger spectrum of the world doesn't necessarily see me as Hispanic. The reality of embracing my blackness took time. It wasn't something that I just easily embraced, if I'm being honest. And I think it was because it was a conflicting message that I was getting as I was growing up. So now when people ask me, I'll tell them I'm a Black Latina, or I'm Afro-Latina, or I'm Afro-Caribbean. Identifying in that way is what gave me some closure, and it also helped me learn to love myself. We were talking about Spanish upstairs. Tell me, how do you say grandma? Sorry. I often tell people that being Afro-Latina is really living in that hyphen of Afro-Latinidad. You are in two spaces at once, and sometimes you're welcomed by both spaces and sometimes you're not. So you have to kind of carve out your own space a lot of the time. One of the many things my parents taught us is be proud of your people, where you come from, who you are. If you looked at all my siblings and you put us all together, we all look very different from each other, but we also hold our heritage very close. And it's something that has really kind of unified us. So as you can see, we're like a whole rainbow. It's a unique dynamic for us, but I think it's helped us understand and appreciate other people's perspectives too. When our children were born, I have a niece who is Afro-Latina. I have another niece who is Afro-Latina as well. And having my sisters call me to kind of help them process who they are and where they fit in, for me, it has been the best part of embracing my identity, is so that I can help the generation that's coming up behind me, and especially those in my own family. But I do feel like I owe it to myself, and I owe it to those coming behind us to own all of this, all the parts that make me me. So it is a process. It is part of this road that I'm on, and I'm sure 5 years from now, it'll be richer.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.